But no, you're right. But everything that's beautiful in life comes with headache. It's kind of like, sometimes my cars mess up and they're headache, and I try and explain it like, if you get a beautiful girlfriend, sometimes she's headache. You get a beautiful car, sometimes it's headache. Yeah. That's life, right? But they're a hobby now. But Romania and Europe, I think, is beautiful to drive in. And maybe it comes back into that old story of me seeing the guy in the Ferrari. It's kind of funny. I have another similar story. Probably the last story I'll tell. I told about the Ferrari driving past me in college. I'll give you another story. I was selling TV advertising, and I had a meeting in Seven Oaks, Kent, on a Monday morning to go down to sell television advertising. And on Sunday afternoon, I was eating in Nando's in Luton, in the Galaxy Center, and I watched a van. I watched it happen. I was eating, and I saw a van just reversing, and I just watched it reverse into my car. I was like, I went out there, he gave me insurance details, whatever, but the front of my car is messed up now, yeah? But I had this meeting, so I had to drive this busted BMW down to this meeting, and I just thought, I'll park far away so the guy doesn't see my broken car. Because I'm selling something prestigious. TV advertising is expensive, it's prestige, you can't go. It's not anymore, but it was back then. So I'm driving my broken BMW, I get to Kent, just went along the M25, whatever. And I'm sitting there at the traffic lights at about 10 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, and this Aston Martin pulls up next to me with the roof down. And it had a Swedish number plate, Sweden. And it was a guy and this blonde chick, and they were blaring music. And I was sitting there in my BMW with a broken front, and I kind of didn't want to give him I didn't want to look because I wanted to make him feel good. I kind of glanced and I thought, this prick, he's from Sweden. Why is he in Kent? Where did he come from? It's Tuesday, he's listening to music, he's got this hot chick. He ain't going to work. What's he doing? And here I am in this broken car. Anyway, I went to the meeting, didn't even get the deal, blah, 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 long story short. Maybe that's kind of like world going full circle. Because now I drive through Romania. Yeah. And I have a hot chick next to me in my Lambo or my Bugatti or my Ferrari, whatever. And the Romanian kid looks at me and goes, how's this English guy in this Lamborghini with this hot chick? He ain't going to work. It's kind of like the world's like, I'm now him. Yeah. It's kind of cool from that perspective. Maybe that's why I love cars. I don't know. A lot of my stories on me realizing how the matrix needs to be broken were semi-related to cars, because when you start seeing a car the price of a house, and then you start seeing people with 30 of them, that's got to wake you up. That's got to wake you up. That I try and say this to people. Let's imagine, what's a good wage in England? 100 grand a year?
100 grand, yeah.
100 grand a year, good wage, yeah? What's the, on 100 grand, what are you paying, 40 or 50% tax?
Probably about 40%.
Okay, so let's say you're getting 60 grand a year. Let's imagine you're earning 100 grand a year. You're successful inside of the matrix. You're a successful slave. You make 60 grand a year. Let's imagine you can live for free, eat for free, you walk to work, you never buy clothes. Let's imagine you save 100% of your money, 60 grand each year. I don't want to do the math off the top of my head, but my Bugatti was 5.2. What is that? Is that like 90 years?
It's a lifetime of saving.
That's a lifetime of slave work without spending a penny ever once. To by the time you're a fucking geriatric and can't function, you might be able to buy one of my 30 cars. If that does not tell you the matrix must be cracked and there's other ways to make money, then nothing fucking will. Yeah. Because if you think you're just gonna work your way to the top and just stick to the rules, you're a dummy. No, you won't. Yeah. You need to find modern wealth creation methods. You need to hack real estate like you've obviously done. I teach how to do it my way inside of Hustlers University, which is on CobraTape.com. Or you need a strong network. You can't just be sitting here thinking, it'll just happen one day, because no, it fucking will not. Because you're competing against men like me, and we're taking it on. Is that the rich people of the world have done very good in convincing the poor people of the world that rich people aren't happy. Yeah. They've done a great job of that.
So true.
They say, oh, he's rich, but he's probably miserable. Yeah. Why doesn't he give his money away then? Have you ever seen a rich person give all their money away? I haven't. Have you? I mean, and if he is miserable, the money's not making him miserable. Like, maybe it's something else. Of course, money can't buy happiness. I agree. But money is the third most important thing in the world. First is your health, because you have nothing, you're going to die. Second is your relationships, because you need love and family. That matters the most. But money can buy everything else. So money's the third most important thing. But using your money to have relationships and friendships are amazing for me. I think that knowing I have friends who live in Japan, but we can say, fuck it, let's meet up. Or let's meet up. Oh, you're in Japan? Okay, cool, Maldives. Bang, boom. That's cool. Yeah. The money allows you to be closer to people. I have more friends because I'm rich, not less. I have more friends, I have better relationships. I think a lot of people who argue, you're saying your marriage is fantastic, that's good. I think a lot of marriage arguments are about money.
Yeah, it's true.
I think a lot of them are.
Yeah.
So people say, oh, he's rich, but he's not happy. I bet if you were rich, you'd have a better relationship with your woman. I bet you'd have a less stressful time at home. You'd have more friends. Like it's amazing for relationships. That's the coolest thing about it. It is what I'm about because nobody else is going to wake up and care more about your life than you. Mm-hmm. If you won't wake up every day and say, I need to get rich, nobody else is going to wake up and say, I need to make him rich.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to do it for you. So if you don't think it, nobody else is going to think it, which means nobody thinks it. So it's down to you, right? Only you're the only person on the planet who can think it. And I always knew, I never doubted for a second I would be what I am. I knew I would be rich. I just knew I would be rich and be free and be able to do and say what I wanted. Mm-hmm. I just knew that. I was just like, there's no way that guy in the Ferrari who drove past me is a better person than me. There's no way he's smarter than me. And I was not arrogant because arrogance prevents you from working. Arrogance goes, I'll make it. Arrogance is to people who go, my ship will come in later. Arrogance to the people who watch Love Island and go, I'll be rich later. That's arrogance. Yeah. Most people are very arrogant. I was never arrogant. I understood, okay, I'll just outwork him. Maybe he's smarter than me. Fine, I'll outwork him. I'll just outwork him. No problem, boom, let's get to work. I think that a lot of people, the main reason people aren't rich, there's probably 3 primary reasons. They're either lazy, they're arrogant, or they're stupid. I think lazy is actually quite a small contingent because I think a lot of people get out here and they work very hard to a degree. Like even if you're a trash man, that's still work. You're working hard, you're just not making any money. And also I think if you could show somebody how to make money, a lot of people would do it. I don't think they're that lazy. If you say, look, press this button for money, they're not gonna go, no, I don't want, I can't be bothered. They're, all right, okay. They're just lazy to find out how, perhaps. Yeah. But once they know how, they'll do it. Stupid, I think, is also a very small percentage. I think that stupid is a small percentage because I don't think that IQ, in fact, it's been proven, IQ has nothing to do with how successful you are.
Right.
Very rich people, very smart people are broke. Very dumb people are rich. So I don't think that stupid is the reason people aren't rich. The reason 98% of people aren't rich is because they're arrogant. They're brutally arrogant. And I say that because you will stand up and say, I'm going to do an event and I'm going to teach you how to make money from real estate. And people will look at you with all your success and go, what does he know? Fuck him. Not worth my time. You're the millionaire. They ain't. I'll sit here and say, I'll give you free tips on how to make money online. $100 millions, go to crypto.com, just sign up, get a free email newsletter. Yeah, I saw him on TikTok, he's full of shit. How arrogant, genuinely arrogant in your soul must you be as an individual to look at people who are massively successful with all the credentials and all the proof for all the things they talk about and believe for some reason you're too good to listen to them.
Yeah.
That's just arrogance. If Mike Tyson walked in here and said he's gonna teach me how to punch, even though I'm already a kickboxing world champion, I'd listen. It's Mike Tyson. If Beethoven walked in, if he resurrected and walked in and said he could teach me piano, I'd listen. Yeah. But if I sit there and say, look, this is how you make money, there's a large contingent of people out here who go, yeah, but you know what, Tate, I don't like him. I didn't ask you to like me. I'm telling you how to make money. Yeah. Like, they're just arrogant. People are brutally arrogant, and it holds them back. They refuse to fucking learn or listen to anything. And they're dummies. A bunch of fucking dummies. And arrogance is the reason 98% of people don't have any money. That's why they're just fucking arrogant and stupid. I don't operate in that frame anyway. I don't believe in regret. That's not a frame I operate in. Secondly, I know I'm that guy that no matter what happens to me, I'll make it into a positive.
Yeah.
You talk about being dumped in the middle of London in your underwear and pulling it off. I'm the same. You can dump me in the desert by myself, expecting me to dehydrate, and you'll end up seeing me on the high street in a Lambo next month. You're like, how the fuck did he? Yeah. I'm that guy. I'm just that guy.
Yeah.
So when they tried to attack me with everything, I kind of felt excited.
Interesting.
The game's getting fun again.
Yeah.
So
most rich people though, if they're self-made and they started from nothing, if you took everything away, they're gonna make it back.
Oh, completely.
It's a matter of time.
Yeah, completely. So I don't regret absolutely anything. I know that what I say is true. I truly believe everything I say. I know that I can help people if they're prepared to learn and listen. I know my network's fantastic. I know my university's fantastic. I don't sell scams. I don't lie to anybody. I live with a pure heart. I'm one of God's favorites. God loves me because I show strength and courage. I think the devil is looking for weak men. It's the weak men of the world that he uses to do his evil doings. And harnessing strength in all of its forms is service to God, including financial strength. So I don't regret absolutely anything. I don't operate in that frame. I think that it's still a lot of people think that this is the end of me, and they don't understand this is absolutely not just the beginning. My only concern now is becoming too big. That's my concern. I'm worried about becoming too big. So I have to try and work on that. That's the interesting thing about chess. That's what's so great, because the rules of the game are the same for both players. The constraints are the same, but the Grandmaster will destroy you within the same constraints. He can't do any moves you can't do, but he will wreck you because he knows the game better.
Yeah.
That's all it
Business
is.
is
He
the same.
knows the rules better. That's it. I'll say this now. If you're sitting here at home watching this, you're on the internet and you're saying, I want to make money on the internet. Know that me, a man with hundreds of millions of dollars, and my network of 4,000 people all around the world, from Singapore to America, etc., with a combined assets of billions, are talking for 12 hours a day about how to generate money on the very cusp of culture, on the very cusp of updating geopolitics. This is who you're competing against. It's player versus player. You're sitting there like a jackass, scrolling around a little bit and going, oh, I hope I'll be rich one day. And there's people like me and my network out here, and here's who you're competing against. You're gonna get fucking wrecked. You're gonna get crushed. Either join the winning team or stay broke.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other way. Like, you find somebody who knows what they're doing, as you do. You've proved it. You have all the credentials to prove you know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. And join their team or stay broke. You're gonna get fucking crushed. It's player versus player. You're not gonna do it on your own. The whole idea of like this lone wolf shit is also garbage. You need network, you need people, you need teams. You know this better than anybody.
Yeah.
Before, however, you'd have to start with selling something.
Yeah.
You'd have to start with becoming the middleman of something, and you have to start by taking a commission. That's the first thing you can do. Like the London dropped in the middle of zero and doing it physically, I'm not sure. I think no matter where I was dropped, I would turn to the internet, no matter what.
Okay.
I think that because the internet's just a global marketplace, it's just so much better. I'd find somebody with, okay, so let's say I had nothing, right? I'd find somebody with star power, like you, for example. I'd come along, I'd drop you an email and say, listen, I want to put something together. I believe I can help you sell more. I am hoping if I show you I can sell more, you'll give me X amount of commission, X amount percent. I understand you have star power, you have something I don't have. You can talk in front of a camera, you can attract people, you can entertain people. What are you currently selling? You're selling this, okay. If I bring X amount of thousand people, will I be able to get this percent? That's what I would do. I think that if I didn't have the ability to sit on a camera and entertain, I would find somebody who does, and I would be the blood and guts beneath the show business.
Interesting.
And that's the easiest way to get rich in the world today.
So you'd find someone that's got an existing product or service.
Correct.
And then you would help them sell it and promote it.
Absolutely and utterly. That's the easiest way to get rich today, especially because commission only, nobody's afraid of saying yes to. Nobody's afraid of being saying yes to. So let me see if I have my business card with me. If I don't have it, I'm gonna be about upset. Let me give you an example of my business card because it shows it perfectly. So I do. Here we go. So here's my business card. I'll have to show the camera. Keep this, bro. It's for you. But my business card. Tate Enterprises Unlimited, kickboxing world champion, master and commander of the world.
Yeah.
Also says in the back, my unmatched perspicacity coupled with sheer indefatigability makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor. Which is my saying, it's a saying from my father. But it's basically saying unmatched perspicacity, so the ability to always pay attention. Perspicacity is perception. So unmatched, I'm always paying attention to everything all the time. And sheer indefatigability, I don't become tired. Makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor. So a man who always pays attention and never gives up is a feared opponent. No matter what you're fighting against him. And then it says, I specialize in the following. Wars fought, assassinations plotted, revolutions started, uprisings quelled, smuggling, passport allocation, ventriloquist, decentralized finance, blockchain analysis, whiskey merchant, tiger taming. It goes on and on and on. The point I'm making is,
Rainmaker.
if you come to me with $1 billion and say put a rocket on Mars, I'll try.
Yeah.
Pay me. Okay. Maybe I'll call Elon and give him $900 million to do it. Maybe I'm just a middleman. But I'm the guy you can come to for anything. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
No matter what you want done, I'll get it done. I know a guy who knows a guy. And I think that kind of shows my point overall. If I just start again, I'd do the same thing. I'd meet people who are extremely competent and extremely good at what they do. You'll often find in life there are people who are best at what they do aren't good at the marketing and sales side of things. There are so many fantastic singers or fucking painters or whatever. They're amazing and they don't make any money. They're crap at the marketing, the sales, the whole famous of it. I'd do that. It doesn't matter if I find a singer and say, look, I'm gonna get you bookings, I want this percent money. Put together a promo video, here's my camera guy, we're gonna make this excellent and we're gonna get some personality involved, and you're gonna go up to some random girl on the street and you're gonna sing. This is all off the top of my head. You go up to some random girl on the street and you're gonna bust and you're gonna sing her and you're gonna do it over and over again, even though a bunch of them will call you weirdos. You get one who looks like she falls in love right there on the spot, and that's gonna go viral on TikTok. You're gonna put that on your Instagram account. Your Instagram hand's gonna start getting followers. You start getting DMs on the Instagram account. I'm gonna reply to them. I'm gonna book all the bookings. I'm gonna X amount of percent. But it's all bullshit. Boom. Okay, now I got a singer out there working. I got a photographer out there working. I got painter. She's out there painting shit. Bang, 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 bang. It's just a game. Yeah, it's the Matrix attacks, and they want everyone to march in lockstep. I'm not going to do that. I'm a logical actor. I'm a logical person. I think people have this idea out there that I'm crazy or something weird. I don't know. I've heard some strange conspiracy theories about myself, but I'm obviously a very logical person. And truthfully, the meta point is that a lot of the people who dislike me don't live lives I want to live. So it's very easy for me to discredit their thinking. When someone goes, you're wrong. And I go, well, if I'm wrong, but I get to be me, and you're right, but you get to be you, perhaps being wrong is fine.
That's interesting, yeah.
Because a lot of them are not living existences I could tolerate. So most of my biggest haters I can glance at and go, it's cool. I would never adopt their thinking, because why would I want to think like somebody who I don't want to be? Do I refer to women as bitches?
Yes, you do.
Okay, well, first things first, let's talk about that. If I make a joke or I say, oh yeah, I can't, you have to give me an example where I even say that, because I don't think I say that publicly, or I don't think I say that often. But every rap song says women are bitches anyway. Like, I'm not saying that it's okay to say, and I'm not saying that I view women that way, but to sit here and say that I call women bitches when every single song on the radio is talking about stabbing people and calling women bitches is kind of hypocritical. I don't call women bitches anyway. I don't think I do. You'd have to give me a very specific example of that. I'm very sure I don't. People who watch my content in its long form understand that I talk about being a protector and a provider for women.
Yeah, you do.
I truthfully believe that men and women are very different. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're the same. I think we're very different. I don't think one is better than the other. I just think that the reason the world, a lot of the problems we're in today is based on the fact that we're forgetting that men and women are slightly different. I think a lot of the problems can be brought back to that very simple point. I think women are better than men at a lot of things. I think men are better than women at some things. And that's what I say. And I say in some scenarios, I would trust a man, and in some scenarios, I would trust a woman. And I don't believe they're interchangeable and exactly the same. And I think in most of the world, that's accepted as complete truth. In most of the world, they'll accept that a woman is better at this, and a man is better at this, and if you work together, you're a perfect partnership and harmony. I don't mean to be disparaging or insulting to women, but I will say the truth. I will tell the truth. I will not sit and lie to the world. I'll say what I truly believe. I just think we do different things, and I think that that's how the world works in most of the world today.
When it comes to business?
Business, listen, men make money, women make money. Making money is fine. Men have advantages, women have advantages. Business just proves my point further. The advantages that women have in business are different than the advantages men have in business. I knew when I was doing sales jobs, women who were very beautiful who did fantastic in sales. They could use beauty and going on that. They could get all the appointments they wanted. Oh, it was hard for me to get a guy to come to dinner. They could get the dinners. They could get the dinners all day. I don't know how good they were at sales. They may not have been as good as some of the other people in the office, but they got so many more leads that they closed more. Her advantages were different than the man's advantages, right? So saying that men and women are different is not disparaging or insulting to either one of them. I've been making videos on the internet for a long time. Sure, I can't sit here and honestly say, because I'm a professional, I don't lie, I can't sit here and honestly say I didn't say at some point, hey, this dickhead came in with his bitch, when I'm telling a story. I probably did say that. But I tell you, I insult men just as much, just the same. It's not gendered. And if you watch my stories, I probably say this bitch was running her mouth. I probably do say that. I also say, and this dickhead got hit. So it's not about man and woman. It's just about some people are dickheads and idiots. And that's what it's about. It's not gendered about man and women. All the women who are in my life and any woman who's anywhere near me is very protected, very provided for. It's a traditional gender role where I believe that all the money making responsibility is on me. Now, if I met a woman who was making a bunch of money, I'm not gonna be like, damn it, stop. Well, good. Yeah. Do it. But I think that my advertising style is more geared to men because I talk about men's issues. But the reason I talk about men's issues is because I'm a man. Mm-hmm. Why would I sit here and talk about how hard it is to be a girl? I can talk about why I think it's difficult to be a girl, but I can't talk about growing up as a girl because I'm not a girl. I might have just misgendered myself. Sorry, YouTube. But I'm not a girl. I don't know. But yeah, I will be living with my brother forever because I think that masculine competition is a healthy environment to bring out the best in yourself. If you look at any fighter who's training for a fight, he's not going to live with his wife, he's going to live with other men. You're going to live the last few weeks before a fight, Mike Tyson, whatever, would move away from their wife and live in a house with just guys. Like, it's kind of like the army mentality. It's good for your mentality. If you want to be the absolute peak version of yourself, I think that you can achieve that by being in a competitive environment with other competitive men. If I live with just a woman, which sometimes obviously I do, if I stay with a woman, it's very comfortable. It's very comfortable. It's a great place. Like, she's food, she's nice, let's watch TV, oh, calm down, don't worry. It's a very comforting place, which is great, but I don't think that comfort brings out the best in me. Whereas if I live with my brother, it's like, I've just done 600 push-ups, you're a pussy. Then I have to do 601. He does 602. Then he does 603.
It's interesting.
And that's it. And there's competitiveness. If I'm hanging with my boys and we're all talking about how much money we made that week, it pisses me off. If I'm hanging with my girl, we don't talk about that really. Or if we do, we're on the same team, so it's different.
Do you not think that
to be the best version of yourself, you need competition.
Well,
without competitiveness, without competition, how are you going to be the best version of yourself? Right? You're always going to do better and run further and push harder against someone else. So having that friendly, competitive element is how you become the best version of yourself. So that's why I like living with my brother for that reason. I think I'm going to be remembered positively. I've not snaked anyone. I've not lied to anyone. I don't lie to people. I don't scam people. I don't do anybody harm. I try my very, very best to live a peaceful life. I think I'll be remembered for being one of the first major voices in the breaking of the big tech monopoly. That's going to be exciting. Since I've moved over to Rumble, the world's already began to change in real time. Russell Brand's now moved over. Steve will do it. One of the Nelk boys and big Twitch streamers, big YouTubers are all moving over. I started all of it a month ago.
Yeah.
And they've just gone public. So that's $RUM on the NASDAQ. I think across the next 10 years, as YouTube continue their censorship, especially with the elections coming up and these kind of things, and they continue their censorship and people get more and more tired of it, they're going to be moving to alternative platforms. So I think Rumble stocks can go to the moon. There's a tip for everyone who's looking to make money. That'll make me a billionaire. And then what do I do? Buy more cars.